Hello, my name is Nathan with Rent, and I'm going to be speaking with you about the disconnected and inefficient rental market that is not working for anyone, at least as well as it could. You may ask, what's not working for the renter? Beyond this perception of being underrepresented and isolated, we are still paying with paper. Paper creates no data, and no data means that my single biggest monthly expense, and this is on average 30% of our income, does not build credit, does not create any value for the future. So when I go get a new lease, there's no way to differentiate myself as being a good renter. There's no way to plug into community. And even more important, when I get an auto loan insurance product or a financial service, I pay higher rates. 2 to 6% higher. And for the landlord, all those paper payments, it's compounded. Costly processing, and it delays cash flow 5 to 10 days. And remember, no tenant data. So as a landlord, I have no visibility into that prospective tenant's history. Were they virtuous in their behavior? Did they add value to the community? Did they pay on time? That leads directly to placing bad or caustic tenants and costs billions of dollars in potentially avoidable default, turnover, and eviction. Well, our platform Rent, we are the solution. One solution for both the tenant and the landlord problems. For the renter, online payments, payment history and data, and community. You build credit, you build profile, you get connected over time, and to encourage use, you actually get rewards, right? That's nice. We are the only technology that persists with the renter. And the gamification of profile and community creates an entirely new data set that we use for modeling. And for the landlord, online payments, tenant history, tenant data, and community analytics. The gamification the renter receives drives cash flow for the landlord, paying your rent online, paying your rent early, renewing your lease early, or even finding a replacement tenant. We're reducing eviction by 10 to 15%, and nationwide, that's an average cost of $3,500. And the community elements alongside this reward amenity improves retention and reduces vacancy time to drive your bottom line by 20 bips, and we have quite a market. In the US alone, this is a $650 billion opportunity. Our addressable market is the 50% of renters that live in 40 cities, but we're focused on Cincinnati and the surrounding region. This is our obtainable market and in close proximity, which is ideal for sales and marketing. Let me give you a peek into what our team has built. Really proud of their work. This is a first of its kind reward community for rent, gamifying this entire renter experience, letting you pay rent, build credit, and be rewarded for virtuous behavior. We're creating an entirely new data set about this renter consumer. And for the landlord, this online tool suite allows you to simply automate payments, validate and credential your tenants, and understand community health within your environment, and reinforce behavior. This dashboard gives you an example of tenant maintenance, tenant management, communication, and more. Now, our primary model is straightforward. And just like an employer would pay SAP to improve retention and improve efficiency, landlords pay us to do the exact same thing. But like all SaaS platforms, we create additional revenue opportunities as we scale. Renters will pay us a service fee, which is more than offset by the convenience that they're receiving, the connection, credit, and reward. But think of us, again, this is unique. Think of us as the next door bespoke for rent. We are the ultimate aggregator, the ultimate pipeline to this renter consumer, and so brands like insurance companies, financial services, mortgages, and more, not only will market us because we're creating efficiency, they're gonna pay for the insights that we're creating. The data implications here are so significant. What we've seen SoftBank invest in, with massive investments into renter-specific technologies, hundreds of millions of dollars to companies like Lemonade Renters Insurance. That makes what we're doing with the renter and that data about the renter demographic even more valuable. That's why we're driving to market We have completed the mobile website apps, validated the idea, validated the problem. We've ran a pilot. We've carried the majority of the lift ourselves. And thank you, OCEAN, for coming alongside us. We've won venture conferences, participated in an accelerator program, executed our IP strategy, and have pre-registrations. Far more than important than what we've done is where we're going, and that's go to market. We're launching our beta in Cincinnati in July and then moving on. We're leveraging B2B sales and engaging channel partners to accelerate our growth. We won't need, this is what's really cool, guys. We are creating efficiency and connection in our obtainable market, which creates substantial revenue. And there's a lot to be said relating to data and density in our target market. So we're using our SOM to prove it all works, work out all the kinks, but we won't need much validation before moving onward because our tech is unlocking so much value for both our members and our partners. But before moving full national, we'll ensure everything works from scale, volume, reporting requirements, and processing-wise. Now, I've built a career connecting people, process, and partners. I'm an executor, builder, build sales teams, built sales organizations. I've surrounded myself with the same. Stacy, incredible operator, tactical executor, amazing designer, military leadership background. Jay is one of the highest capacity individuals I've ever met. Serial entrepreneur, marketing guru, and Marty has a history of experience with complex, scalable architecture and has had exits. We are builders, we're executors, so we've surrounded ourselves with growers, and these guys, not to boast, we have Seth and two Neils, and they've had their hands in growing very large organizations very, very quickly, and they have the relevant, salient knowledge in our subject matter to help us move. Renters are impacted more than any other demographic with the current environment, which simultaneously displaces the rental economy. We have the solution to a $1 billion problem that's affecting millions and millions of people now more than ever. So if you're an investor and you want to help bring community and value and inclusion to this often marginalized renter while simultaneously creating efficiency in a clearly inefficient market that's gonna benefit everyone, especially you, we need to speak. Email me. If you're a channel partner or a landlord and you wanna help create a connection and create advocacy with this demographic that's simultaneously going to drive your bottom line, email me, nathan@rente.ai. Take a picture here to connect with me on LinkedIn or text me. We are the rewards community for rent, automating payments, validating and credentialing tenants and transactions, and compensating the behavior that creates value for all. Thank you.